over 4,000 miles away from where you're seated in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between our visitors and our home team. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Hey. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a first down.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Let's go. Hang two star. Check, 43. Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete to Washington. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll run on the draw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
We go. 50, plant. Lots of turn.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Come on, set. 15, line it. 15 line. Right. Go.
Off play action. Lawrence. This pass complete to Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make. Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it. Now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ready. 30 base. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. 53. All day. Now.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Set. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. And even 50 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. 15 yards down to the 15 and a 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Ready, set. 5, 6. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab, and the Broncos have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Down. 18 Gators. Under 10, under 10, 10. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
90 Wolf. Watch the slap, watch the slap.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
He's checking, he's checking. He's ripping.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Set. 60 yards. That's got to be a long day.
They'll look back to throw here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's going to send this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
60 Pittsburgh.
On first down, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Rodgers brings it in. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready. 8 read.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, I do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And a give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Second and 11. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 21.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Double time. Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, they're able to swarm in behind the line, and his rough night continues. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
2nd and 5. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Higgins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Break. Check Mike. Check Mike. Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball? 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Ready. 10 logo. You want this?
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. His pass caught with the 4. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
30 base. Come on,
2nd and 9 now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
43 is the mic. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are able to regain the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Tighten up.
From the gun, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And the Colts getting ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Check, 43. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. Get.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there. So maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said, and he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Ready, break. Back six. Let's go, D. Let's go. Big rip.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A good pick up there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Throw complete there, Rodgers. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
We go! 8 read. I'm going back to you. Switch it. Come here, switch it. Snap.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. They're running it. Clear. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go now. 30 base.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So the Broncos now down by a field goal, a little over a minute and a half remaining. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Down. 60 outlaw.
He'll look to throw. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, when this drive began, the offense only needed a field goal, but the defense ramped up the pressure, and after back-to-back sacks, they're feeling confident they might keep them off the board.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. On fourth down, Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Right. Go back and return over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together